Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA, a Thursday night broadcast of the NBA. It'll be Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder facing off against Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. And brought to you by State Farm, a chance here to look at the starting lineups. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Serge Ibaka in this one?
Well, it didn't take long for Serge Ibaka to establish himself as one of the best shot blockers in the league. He has impeccable timing, and he's so athletic and tall with long arms, so he's really able to bother offensive players.
Ibaka just gives you everything you want out of a hustle player. I mean, he plays tough, in-your-face D, and on offense, he's got no problem banging down low for extra possessions or putback dunks, and he's becoming a little more polished in his face-up game.
So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against Toronto. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And the story of the game, Kevin, was the outside shooting. They really lit it up from three-point range.
Well, they were giving far too many open looks from out there, Steve. I mean, they were shooting warm-up jumpers. That's what happens when you play a team that's weak on the perimeter defensively.
Durant, no good.
Well, Thunder head coach Scott Brooks had some pretty good days in his NBA career. Actually went undrafted out of UC Irvine, but ended up playing in the CBA and then played, I think, 8 or 9 years in the NBA. Ended up winning a title with Houston in 1994.
And Westbrook, here we go. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He can cause the defense just so many problems. There aren't many ways to slow him down.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Well, you mentioned Coach Brooks and his background as a point guard. You see a lot of former point guards, I think, Steve, becoming head coaches.
Yeah, it's true, Kevin. You think about the guys who have had to lead teams as point guards. It's a natural transition for them to go into coaching. They're used to directing traffic. They're used to kind of figuring things out during a game, so they have to think their way through a contest. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that point guards sometimes make good coaches.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Magic.
And they didn't win that game quite the way they planned. It was a lot tighter than they wanted, but they still came out on top.
Yeah, I'd agree. A little too close for comfort, but they'll take it all the same. I mean, no matter how ugly, I've yet to hear a coach talk about an ugly win.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting. It's always interesting to watch Joakim Noah with that unorthodox shooting motion. They call it the tornado because of how it spins like a top sideways, but he gets the job done. Solid mid-range shooter. Does a nice job at the free throw line as well.
Hamilton releases. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
The three from Harden, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Noah with a screen on Westbrook. Into Noah. Rose kicks to Dang. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Boozer. From down in the low post, it goes. Boozer's got 6. And that shot of Noah's the result of his two-handed shooting motion.
Yeah, we call that the globe rotation. It just spins sideways, and he gets his guide hand too much into the action of shooting the ball. And as much as shooting coaches out there might cringe, as Steve said, it does go in, so you can't fool with the results. They're clicking offensively. A nice rhythm here, coming out strong.
Shooting an excellent percentage. That's why they've got the lead.
Durant with it. Boozer picks him up. Excellent use of the screen that time.
Boy, he did a nice job losing his man on a good pick and then just buried the jumper. That is basketball 101 right there, Kevin.
Now here's Rose. 11 points last game. Back to Dang. He dishes it to Boozer. The kick out to Rose. Clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Fourth, the Bulls.
Seemed like they went through stretches, guys, where they just didn't miss from beyond the arc, and that carried those numbers right up to the top of the list.
So it's Chicago now. 4 on the clock.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
The rebound by Harden.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Here's Rose. Gets the bucket.
I like it. He could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of a nice, smooth finger roll. I like it.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. You're right. They've been shooting lights out here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Kevin, they're playing with tremendous confidence right now.
Thunder trailing by 8. It's Durant with the drive over Dang. And again, it's Kevin Durant.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Hamilton with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Dang kicks to Rose. Shot clock at 6. That's good.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
The Thunder have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
Not one.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
And that last replay courtesy of Sprite. The Bulls leading by 6. Westbrook with the steal. And oh, here comes Durant. Oh, look out!
Wow. Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Rose against Westbrook. And it's Rose penetrating. Noah deflected. Outside Westbrook.
Throw down there. Man. It's a windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
Look at his teammates. They're just shaking their heads. I mean, he must have told them to look out for that one. And Westbrook is so dynamic offensively. Guys, his ability to score in transition may be unmatched in this league. And I still think he has potential to be even better defensively. So, incredible how good this guy could be.
Yeah, he has the quickness and speed to dart in and break up a play, whether it's picking off a pass or just taking it out of your hands.
Oklahoma City trailing. This their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Well, they were the better team when these two teams got together a year ago, no question. Sweeping the season series 2-0.
Rose passes to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. That's now 8 points for Carlos Boozer. And Westbrook, here we go. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. It makes you wonder how the standings might look if some of these teams, actually changed conferences.
Well, Kevin, I think it'd be a whole new world, a totally different world, a whole new set of matchups, but at least everybody gets a couple of games a year to check everybody else out up close.
Now here's Rose. Passes it to Hamilton. It's tipped. Stolen by Harden. It's Westbrook with the drive over Rose. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Perkins.
Coming up big now. He's made every shot he's taken this quarter. And the Thunder, when they acquired Kendrick Perkins, they considered him to be the final piece to the puzzle, to be that rebounder, shot blocker, intimidator that you need in playoff basketball.
This shot is looking really good here in the first.
Sure is, Clark, and he's nailing everything. 5 for 5 already.
Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Working on Boozer. Back to Perkins. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. And Kendrick Perkins really fitting into the hard-working nature of this Thunder team. Training hard in the summer to get in peak condition. He prides himself on that.
Yeah, and it sets a nice example for these young teammates. It's taken him a while to recover from that knee surgery, but I still think it was an ideal acquisition for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Thunder trailing by 3. Outside Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Rose with the double team. Durant kicks to Perkins. Stuffs it through.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Rose with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Got a piece of it. Boozer passes to Rose. Westbrook with the steal. 1 second separate in the shot clock and game clock. Harden's shot is good. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now Hamilton looking for his first bucket of the game. There's the pass to Rose. Over Westbrook. Rose, no good. Durant for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Thunder lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Tune in next Sunday. DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings take on Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers. A Pacific Division battle. Be there.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
Their front court, Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah in the middle. Derrick Rose runs the show with Rip Hamilton to the side. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Boozer with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. They shoot again. Deng can't get it to go. The Thunder with the lead. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Joakim Noah's such a wild bundle of energy on the court, and his long hair kind of fits his game. Asked if he'd ever consider cutting off those locks, he said, I can't. I'm like Samson. That's my power right there. I need all that. Last time I cut it was in high school, and my teammates were killing me, so I'm not doing it again. Kevin, looks like the hair is here to stay.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Doris. And the dunk by Boozer.
Step aside, step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
Well, you can see it happening. You knew the Thunder were poised for a deep playoff run last year after coming up short to the Mavericks in 2011. They made quick work of them in the first round last year.
Looking back on that series, Clark, it was a bit of a statement from the Thunder to go out and sweep the defending champions. They had a couple close games in there, but to do it in Dallas, I thought, with a Game 4 series-clinching win was pretty impressive. I know, Steve, you thought so as well.
Oh, no question. And then, of course, they followed that up by beating the Lakers and then San Antonio before finally losing to Miami in the finals. So you look at that murderer's row of opponents that they had to face in the playoffs, and to win 3 series, pretty remarkable.
Stolen by Noah. Outside Deng. Over Durant. Deng can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 5. Durant with it. Now Hamilton defending. Durant dishes to Sefolosha. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Yeah, those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Outside Robinson. Robinson off a pick from Noah. Back to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he did a nice job of getting himself into just enough of an open area to find that spot for his shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Back to Boozer. Right side Boozer over Ibaka. Nice shot from 10 feet out. 14 points for Carlos Boozer.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there. You know, Carlos Boozer came into last season having lost 20 pounds. And normally he's been one of the real bangers at the power forward spot. But with the condensed season, he felt that playing a little lighter would help him stay healthy, and that was definitely...
Oh! Hammer time! Hammer time! And that's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Hamilton kicks it to Noah. Over Perkins. Thunder with the rebound. And Westbrook, here we go. Perkins, the pass to Westbrook. And stolen by Hamilton. Robinson up top. Rejected by Perkins.
You know, the Bulls have been a regular fixture in the playoffs since joining the league, literally. I mean, with the help of Michael Jordan, they have become, along with the Celtics and Knicks, one of the most storied franchises in the Eastern Conference.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago. James Harden, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Rose against Westbrook. The shot is off. Great defense that time from Noah. And with 6 banners hanging up in Chicago, the city has really cultivated a lot of pride and winning tradition here with the Bulls. And, you know, Steve, that goes a long way. You were a Bull player at one time. You know all about that pride.
Yeah, no better place to play in the NBA than Chicago. When you're winning, the whole city loves it. Obviously, Michael Jordan was the main reason for that era. But so much history now before the Bulls, and they sell out game after game. Unbelievable fan support.
Richard Hamilton's checked in for Nate Robinson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Kevin Durant's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Rose with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Rose kicks to Hamilton. To the inside. Here's Deng. Another one falls for Chicago.
And, guys, Deng has developed into a very good shooter, especially off spot-ups or maybe one-dribble pull-ups. He's got range. He's developed that out to the three-point line. But he really likes to go to that mid-range area. 1 or 2 dribbles into the paint, he'll rise up and shoot right over the top.
But you know what I like about him most, Steve? Deng is a very well-balanced player. He does a lot of good things offensively, but he's just as good at the defensive end. He's a big key to his team's tough defense.
And here is Noah. He's got 6. Rose. Another one falls for Chicago. The Thunder have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Durant. Again, the Thunder score.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
Well, what I love about Tom Thibodeau, guys, is just how hard his teams play. And you know they're prepared because Thibodeau is so meticulous in his preparation. But the guys play hard for him, and you can tell they really enjoy him and they really like him because they really get after it for him. He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
2 minutes. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And for Coach Tom Thibodeau, you know, Steve, it took a long time to land a head coaching position. Some say his intense style scared off some teams. They worried about his gruff demeanor. I think just the opposite. I think that, you know, a lot of teams were welcoming that. He was going to bring some order, some discipline, some structure.
Well, he just didn't have the personality that some teams are looking for in terms of, media relationships or, sound bites, that kind of stuff. And he didn't play. So he was really a guy who had to work his way up the ladder. Obviously has turned into one of the best coaches in the league, but it's tougher for guys who didn't come from an NBA background.
The Thunder leading by 6. Sefolosha dishes to Durant. Westbrook with it. Now Hamilton defending. And yes, sir, that one drops. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Guys, it's never been easy for a player to transition from one team to another, but in the case of Rip Hamilton here in Chicago, it's been relatively simple. He says, this team is awesome. Everyone loves each other and holds each other accountable. High praise from someone who has been part of an NBA title team, Kevin.
Well, Doris, that camaraderie is such a key part of winning basketball. And Noah with the block. Rose kicks to Robinson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's just a 4-point Thunder lead.
Opportunity to go 2 for 1 here if they want it.
Steve, let's see if they go for it.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Back to Ibaka. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
No good from Gibson.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Here's Westbrook. And there's another one for the Thunder. 9 seconds left to play here in the half. Rose attacking. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, this was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NBA last season, guys, about 72%.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And the second free throw, good. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Westbrook. No good on that last second attempt there. And so we conclude the first half. Thunder out in front, up by 7. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're in the early stages of what promises to be another great season in the NBA. Oklahoma City up on top against Chicago. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. For the first half, Russell Westbrook was fantastic. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And for the Bulls, they're still gutting it out. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Not a lot of production from Rip Hamilton yet. An abysmal field goal percentage. The shot not cooperating. Let's start things with a look at the game that we have on tap for later tonight. The Trail Blazers are playing at the Rose Garden as they go up against the Clippers. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
Well, part of being one of the elite teams in the league is making sure you handle business, when you head out on the road. And one area where Oklahoma City was fantastic last year was their record against Eastern Conference opponents on the road. They dominated.
Taking a look at the Thunder, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins, their front court trio. Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the terrific tandem in the backcourt. Knocked away. Rose with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And it's Rose penetrating. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Rose has got 11 points. You know, Steve, they really were great against the East, going 13-5 on the season. Clark, not a lot of teams gave them trouble.
Well, when you have the number of shooters that the Thunder have, it can be really hard for a team to figure out how you guard them if you only see them once or twice a year. And the Thunder took full advantage of that.
Outside Dang. Over Durant. Dang can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 10. Durant attacking. Down goes the slam.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots. And that's what they've done. Kevin Durant, how about calling him low-maintenance, no-maintenance superstar? A great teammate, but he's no choir boy. I mean, there's a definite edge to his game, and you like that. A real neat combination of edge, confidence, and humility. And you see it when he plays. He's going after you now. He wants to choke you off if he can.
Great leader, too, for that team. Outside Dang. Over Durant. Pass to Hamilton. Over Ibaka. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clark, you were just talking about Durant, the edginess underneath. You think about the tattoos he has all underneath his jersey. Kept tucked away, Steve. Not really in the sight of cameras and the fans. But the kid's got some grit, I think.
Oh, he's got grit. There's no question. I mean, if you had to design a basketball player, I think Kevin Durant would be pretty much what you'd come up with. The length, the skill, but also the humility and the competitiveness. He's got the whole package, and that's why he has Oklahoma City knocking on the door of a championship.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
I look back to last season and the numbers for Russell Westbrook. 5th in scoring, 8th in steals, and he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. Number 1, the Thunder. The Bulls 3rd.
Kevin, they were both great all last season, were these teams. I mean, they were terrific at blocking shots. I mean, not only did they have 1 or 2 guys, everybody seemed to get into the block party with these teams.
Durant kicks to Ibaka. Outside Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. It's Durant with the drive. Up and in on the layup. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength and body control scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
And Steve, he's earned a nickname that's familiar to anybody that's followed basketball, the microwave. There's no slow build-up with him. All he needs is 1 shot to go down, and it can set him off, turn him into a real scoring machine. He cooks with gas, not electricity.
And it's Rose penetrating. Westbrook with the steal. Durant against Hamilton. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Gets the bucket. And that's now 20 points for Carlos Boozer.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
Here's Harden. Count the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Thunder have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the 3rd quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Here's Westbrook. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, you have so many things to deal with when you play Oklahoma City. They're good defensively, but I think they're even scarier offensively because of the one-on-one prowess of Durant, Westbrook, and James Harden. They're just extremely tough to cover.
Shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
Harden against Hamilton. Double clutches. Chicago grabs the miss. Boozer's got his 5th rebound in this one. Yeah, and with so many weapons outside, as you said, Steve, their games can turn into shootouts, Clark, very quickly. We've seen that.
And that's exactly what they want to do, Kevin. I mean, the Thunder just don't sit back and take what the defense gives them. They basically spread you out and try to get one of their stars in a mismatch.
And it's Rose penetrating. He kicks to Boozer. Hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Nate Robinson is checked in for the Bulls. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Cephalosha comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Robinson kicks to Dang. Robinson passes to Noah. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game.
Nate Robinson, who played with Golden State a year ago, has always been a very high-energy, emotional player. He's the perfect guy you have coming off the bench because of his ability to score and change the game with that intensity.
Harden against Rose. Here's Noah, and Durant sends it back. Jackson with it. Robinson picks him up. Harden dishes to Collison. Now the feed to Cephalosha. Harden kicks to Collison. Right side, Collison. Dishes to Cephalosha. Hits it from three-point range. Cephalosha's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And for Robinson, concerns in the past that he'd allow his emotions to get the best of him. But the flip side, he just brings so much energy, Clark, when he plays the game.
And athleticism. He's a fierce competitor. He's fearless in how he attacks the game. And I think he plays with an edge in part because he is a little undersized. He has been in all his life, but he hasn't let that stop him. Some good play from Rose in this one. He's got 13 points and 7 assists. If I was giving him a grade, it would be an A+. I mean, his excellent work on offense and defense has earned him the highest grade he could get.
Yeah, it's been a 94-foot performance from him, no question, Clark.
And you could actually see it on the Bulls' faces and in the body language of the players last season when Rose tore his ACL, Kevin. It just took all of the wind out of their sails.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Jimmy Butler comes in for Luol Deng. And Richard Hamilton has subbed in for Nate Robinson.
They're really hurting with his performance here. He just hasn't played up to his standards so far.
What's interesting is that Rose had missed a lot of time last year with the team in the regular year, but the Bulls weathered the storm. But once they knew it was gone from them, having him in the lineup, I'm sure they felt like it's a different story now. And Steve, they acted differently themselves.
Well, it's one thing to weather the storm during the regular season, but to deal with the absence of a superstar in the playoffs is a totally different deal. And you're right, you could see the difference in the Bulls once the playoffs started in terms of their belief in how far they could go.
And the Bulls making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. Rose with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Bulls from the top of the key. And the basket good. 17 points for Rose. 51 seconds left in the 3rd. Westbrook passes to Harden. Over Hamilton. The step back jumper is good. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
Just adds to what has already been a great day for him.
Back to Rose. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Another miss by Harden.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Butler sets a screen for Rose. Butler dishes to Rose. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. Rose has got 19 points.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
The Bulls have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
From deep, incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a huge play.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on Rudy Gay and the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the NBA next Sunday.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up, and we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game segment. Doris?
Well, guys, the Uncontainable Game Award goes to Kevin Durant. It's no secret he is their first option on offense, and he has lived up to that distinction with his ability to score in this one. Look for him to take an even greater role in the fourth.
All right, Doris, thanks. You know, Clark, he gave his team what they needed and just put them on his back and carried them.
That's why he's considered one of the very best, Kevin.
Well, what a great fallback to have as a team. When nothing else is working, he's always there to pick this club up.
So with Rose on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah the front line. Bellinelli is out there with Nate Robinson.
And the Bulls, as usual, were so tough at home last year, and it's a trend that's been building for quite a while now. I mean, they're just incredibly tough to beat when they play in front of their fans.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago. Kevin Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Harden comes in for Russell Westbrook. Robinson against Harden. And that's a foul. It's called on Tabo Cephalosha. That's foul number 2 for him. The second best record at home in the East for the Bulls, Steve. When you have the defensive presence they have in front, Clark, a friendly crowd, you know, that goes right along with it. Boy, that can lock up an opposing team.
The other thing that helps you have a good home record is taking care of the ball, and they did that extremely well at home, Kevin. Second best turnover rate in the league in that category, so really just a very sound team. Nothing flashy, but very solid.
Boozer kicks to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Outside for Robinson. Here's the 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Back to Durant. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Stolen by Boozer. And here's the break. Here's Deng. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The Thunder leading by 11. Here's Durant. Shot denied, but he stays with it. Second shot opportunity. Good on the shot. Durant's got 15 points here in the second half.
Excellent job carving out space under the glass to make that putback possible.
Here's Robinson. The kick out to Rose. Lots of room. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. 22 points for Rose. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Richard Hamilton's checked in for Nate Robinson. Rose attacking Boozer. Back to Rose. Kicks it to Noah. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Feeds it to Perkins. Back to Harden. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Yeah, the fans not agreeing with the call there.
Well, that's one way to get a reaction from the fans, guys.
Knocked loose. And Westbrook here.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You gotta just shake your head on that one.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. Now the dish to Perkins. Can't get it to go, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Westbrook passes to Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. That's now 32 points for Kevin Durant.
He's been so valuable for this team with plays like that one.
Westbrook against Rose. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. The Thunder leading by 15. Westbrook drives in. Inside to Perkins. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Right side, Dang. Back to Rose. Noah with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Rose. And that one's good. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
Came off the screen and did what I call a right now move, right to the rim. The defense had no time to recover.
Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Now here's Westbrook. Shot misses. Some solid defense from Rose. It's Rip Hamilton on the way. And Durant with the block.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow, let it happen, don't force it.
Boozer kicks to Hamilton, and the shot is good.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Shot is off.
Man, right in his face on that shot. That's some airtight saran wrap D there.
That's as good as a block, really, Clark. Just altering that shot, making it really impossible to shoot over that kind of defense.
Here's Durant. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Durant's got 34. Bulls trail by 15. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, with such a young core and showing that they can be a team that can hold their own in the tough Western Conference, it's possible we could be looking at a decade-long run here with the Thunder, where they win multiple conference championships and maybe NBA titles as well.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. Harden's got the ball, but they recover it. And then Durant with the jam.
No time wasted getting back off the ground when he got his hands on the ball. I like that quickness of jump.
And that's the idea, right? You know, take it back up strong.
Yeah, of course. I mean, no reason to hold on to it any longer than you have to.
Westbrook with the steal. Goes for the alley-oop. And Ibaka slams it in.
I'm not sure if any play is going to top that one.
Maybe the only play that could beat it is another alley-oop jam.
Yep.
Even then, it'd be hard to execute it any better than that one.
See, that's a good thought. You certainly have to think so, the way they are dominating their division and the rest of the West the past few years. Clark, what a solid young core they have to go with.
Yeah, they're fantastic, Kevin. Such a young team. They've been knocking on the door for a championship the last couple of years, and they should be a contender as long as they can keep this core together and stay healthy.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Cephalosha kicks to Collison. He's working on Boozer. Right up. A nice shot by Collison.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy baskets.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys, and it's paying off for them the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
Here's Maynor. He's covered by Boozer. Maynor the pass to Aldridge. No luck. Great defense that time from Noah. Bulls trail by 21. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Hamilton. And again, Chicago. No good. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open. And as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch. Well, Rip Hamilton was a free agent signee by the Bulls last season, dealt with a lot of injuries. But the idea was right for Chicago, trying to bring some scoring at that two-guard spot to take some of the pressure off of Derrick Rose.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Carlos Boozer. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And Nate Robinson is subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
And Hamilton, when he's healthy, can still provide offense strength.
Yeah, without question. He moves so well without the ball. His game has never been a high-flying game. It's all about movement and conditioning and shot making, and that can serve you for a long time.
Here's Maynard. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.